So guys, this is my weekly report for April 4th. And just giving you a little idea what I did this week. I went after stripers and bass, and look what I got today. It's time. I mean, there's a lot of big bass in the system right now. Water temperature down here in the Delta is probably around 64 degrees. So I'm going to turn these guys loose right now to catch another day. But anyway, it's really good fishing. Last couple of days, I probably caught over 40, 50 bass, and the striper fishing's been good too. So, it's time to get out. You should be able to go out and catch the stripers. I went trolling last week, caught them on swim baits this week, and pretty soon I'm going to be out there bait fishing. So anyway, other things going on, crab season's still open. The bay halibut season is just starting to roll. So, Jay Lopes and those guys are all taking their boats out to the bay, getting ready, for the halibut season. But right now, if you want to do it, I would go out there and troll, probably the South Bay. Here again, you're going to be in shallow water, maybe the deepest 15 feet, and troll tray anchovies. Use a three-way or a spreader, run your weight, and then you're going to bounce the weight on the bottom, put about a 4-foot leader. And you can look at the halibut where I was drifting, use that same kind of setup, and you're trolling. In South Bay, you're going to be in like 8 to 15, 20 feet of water max. And you're covering a lot of water, so you'll do better trolling. The light bait receivers, there's no bait in the bay yet, so they usually don't open in around May or around in there. Other things going on, sturgeon fishing's still been decent. I see a lot of guys fishing in the Sacramento River. Those fish will make their way up the river system, to spawn. Make sure you read your regs because they changed them this year. They changed the slot limit. So just make sure you get a report card before you go out fishing and read all the instructions and go online and find out, what laws they changed. Other things going on, like I said, the striper fishing is just crazy, off the hook. Last week I went out trolling, and we were doing that shallow water trolling in like 8 to 10 feet of water with the Yozuri shallow runners with the trick worm. Set it back 100 feet. I could see them on the 2D graph and just troll, and they just boom, they just nail. The trick is make sure you use a soft enough rod with the real soft tip so you can see that action. I could tell when the worm's gone, got a short strike and the worm is gone. You could tell by just watching the movement of your rod tip. So the striper season is gonna just go crazy right now. A lot of the stripers we're catching right now, I'm up north and they're not even milking yet. So it's a good sign, and it looks like to be a really good season coming up. So other things, the bass bite in the Delta is just crazy. I was in the Central Delta last week, posted pictures on Facebook with Denise and Jennifer, and I think Warren and Dave, and we caught a lot of bass down there too. So the bass bite is just crazy everywhere. So lakes, I know Don Paganelli, he's been going to Berryessa and Folsom, and he's been doing really well. So the lakes are also good. I think you could go anywhere right now because the lakes are all pretty full, and you could probably catch them in all different kind of ways. Sinkos, drop shot. I would try reaction baits first. And actually, it's been down in Delta, it's been kind of slow on reaction baits, but today I did really well on chatterbaits. So they're just starting to come around and come to. So you could basically head to any of the lakes, come to the Delta, and you should be able to catch a lot of fish. Trout fishing, still good. Comanche, if you want to get a big one, Big Nate's been still killing them. Comanche, Berryessa, Seps has been going up there, and he's been putting a lot of those Eagle Lake trout in there that are anywhere from like 15 inches to 24 inches. There's some nice fish in there, and they're catching them trolling speedy shiners at around 3 to 5 miles an hour. So you want to go really fast, and they're up on top. They're in probably 10 to 20 feet of water, but the bite up there has been crazy. So basically, before it gets really hot, I mean, you could go trout fishing anywhere and catch them. Pardee, Collins, you could probably hit anywhere and do really well on the trout. Kokanee is a little early. If you want to head out and try it, I would probably go to Bullards or New Melones. There's a guy been fishing Melones, and he reported he caught a 17-inch already. And there's been some guys catching at Bullards that are even 15-inch. So, you know, if you want to get that early start on Kokanee, head up to Bullards or New Melones. Crappie fishing's kind of tapered. Haven't heard too much on surf fishing. It's just a quiet time of the year right now. But other than that, our river, I noticed that the Sacramento River, because I live right on it, that the water came up a little bit and got a little bit stained. And I'm up north, and the water, there's pockets of area where it's real muddy. I can only see 4 inches, and there's some areas where I can see down 2 feet. So you just have to look around, you know, to find the best water possible. Don't forget, on Saturday morning at 6:30 in the morning, on 11:40 a.m., I'm either on Kent Brown's Ultimate Bass or California Sportsman's with Seth Hendrickson. And I'm on every Saturday. I go in the studio the first of the Saturday. So this Saturday, I'll be in the studio talking with everybody. And then anything that comes that I find out happened, I'll report that also. Another thing that's happened to me is that Gone Fishing Marine is going to sponsor my AFO channel. So the boat, they wrapped it. I'm going to be in a 20-foot Duckworth, and it has a wrap on the side. It came out really, really, really nice. So look out for the boat. You guys see me on the water, just come over and say hi. And if you need help, I'll be glad to tell you what I'm doing. So anyway, if you guys like the video, hit that like. Please subscribe. Numbers are growing. You know, it's good to see you guys watching the report. I'm, you know, seeing over 6,000 people every week watching my report. So I hope it's helping you catch fish, and please subscribe. And then if you want to leave me a comment, I'll get back to you within 2 or 3 days. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week.